Hey people of the internet, welcome to the D2 Best of the Month, where we are going to highlight what we think is the best work from the community.
All you have to do is tag D2 conferences or use the hashtag D2Best when you post an image on Instagram. Every 30 days, we'll pick our favorite 10 to be a part of this show. And that's not all. First place will also win a D2 logo tee, just like this one.
In order for us to select your work, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We will repost your work in a story when you tag us. Good luck everybody, and let's enjoy the best work of this last 30 days.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
J-Man, one more month, 10 more works. Excited?
Oh yeah, very excited to be here again and to do this. It's really fun to look at what people have submitted for us to consider, and that's easy to do. You just type at D2 conferences, tag us, or use the hashtag D2Best if you want to be considered for next month.
Yes, I'm really, the thing that I'm enjoying the most is the fact that people seem to be very involved in this. This is helping people to grow their following on social media. And so I am very happy that we have opened up the platform to this possibility, trying to give a little bit back to our community. But anyway, Jason, do we want to start with the 10 best works of the month of March?
Let's do it. So coming in here at number 10, we have this very emotional image from Vincenzo. Wow, I'm going to get this wrong. Vincenzo Sard. Is that right? I don't know if that's the guy's full name, but yeah, congrats, Vincenzo. We really like this image. I like the colors, the blue and the yellow together. It's always a nice combination. And yeah, I like the details. It really does evoke a feeling. I'm not sure if it's an Italian feeling, but it definitely invokes a feeling of loneliness, which I guess would be the point. But yeah, great job on this one.
Yeah, Vincenzo, I think he's studying at the Master Madi in Venice. Vincenzo, the only tip that I can give you, make sure that you add the descriptions to your work in English so that people can enjoy it internationally. Basically, this is a work that he has dedicated to grandpas and grandmas and to the idea of eternity.
It's very nice.
All right, so at place number 9, we got Luca Beltrao. I think he's from Brazil with the entry for the CG Mood 3D competition. I don't think I've seen this competition. Maybe I missed it, but I really like this work for the concept.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say that it caught my eye as well. This kind of chess match between nature and the man-made world. Let's hope it ends in a draw. Coming in at number 8, we have a D2 favorite, Lisa Deladora, with another amazing image. She is on fire these days. She's really creating a lot of amazing stuff. Yeah, we just really like, I really like the composition here. This swimming pool at this kind of level of this height would be quite interesting. But yeah, good job, Lisa.
It kind of makes me wanna go on holiday, and I miss going on holiday. Hopefully soon.
That's true.
Coming in at place number 7, we got IDDQD Studio with this image of a apartment block in New York. The reason why I picked this image is because the red and gray color combination. Also, I really like moody images that have a sky like this one. Is this an Aston Martin, the car in the foreground?
I can't tell. It's always so hard on Instagram to zoom in. You can't really get into close details, unfortunately. No, but I was going to say that if any of those smart people out there who are, listening very closely and taking part in the challenges that we do, Fabio just gave you a clue of something that he likes. So
I love cars.
Just
I love cars. If you look at the work
cars
that I'm posting.
and gray and red. And here we have our number 6 image from Umbrella Visual, which I find really interesting image from this office who've done this for Studio Gang in the US. I really appreciate the setting of the building here, because it really feels like he's sitting in a park. It's one of those things where clients a lot of times will say, oh, well, I don't want any trees in front of it, or I want it, it has to be completely visible, every part of the building. So that means that the client was actually pretty good in this case, and let them do something more in the realistic way.
I really like the architecture of Studio Gang. One of my teachers at university was one of the principals of the company before Studio Gang. The woman that I'm talking about, she went on to do a PhD in London and become a teacher, and so the studio split. But since then I've been following their work, their architecture. I think it's beautiful. They're very innovative. They're very creative when it comes to also the formalism of architecture. And I think this image really does illustrate the architectural quality of this building. I love the mood, I love the atmosphere, I love the color palette, we just discussed it before. Yeah, it's a great image, great work, Umbrella Visual, and thanks a lot for submitting. Coming in at place number 5, we have this beautiful dreamy image from Ronnie Antoon. I love everything about this image, the color palette, some beautiful contrast, the dynamic lines that lead the attention of the reader towards the middle of the image. Yeah, very dreamy, very different from everything that we have seen so far in this month's edition of the D2 Best. What do you think, Jason?
Yeah, definitely. When in doubt, circular neon to the rescue. No, I actually, but beside that, we're joking around about this, but besides that, I really like the composition. I like the juxtaposition of the two sides, one being like more natural rocky, and the other side looks like it could be a sand dune, but a very abstract one. It's like completely linear, and I think it turns out really nice like this.
Yeah, I think, sometimes we see an image and we think, okay, that's very simple, it's a couple of circles and a road, but you'd be surprised to see how complex is the thinking process behind an abstract image like this one. So props to you, Ronnie Antoon, for entering the competition and placing a number 5.
Yeah, good job. And we have this one coming in at number 4 from Kunal Bogue. I'm gonna say this is my most American way possible. This one really caught my eye because of the colors. It also looks very realistic. It almost looks like a photograph, and I feel like it would be a very nice space to relax in. It just looks nice. It just looks it looks relaxing.
To me, it looks like what you would expect from a modern co-working space, so to say, right? These colors. Yeah. That sort of transmit a very friendly feeling, welcoming, and then the piano where people can hang out and play music, and then the kitchen where you can make coffee and have a break. It's a beautiful image, very nice composition, a little bit of a weird angle, but this is client work, and so I'm guessing that this comes from the client. Still, nevertheless, I think it's an image that works very well. Coming in at place number 3, we got Andrea Ferri with this beautiful abstract work that kind of makes you think about this idea of lockdown, the fact that the museums are closed, how important it is to nurture your culture, and because of the lockdown, we cannot do that at the moment. I actually miss going to museums. What about you, Jason?
Yeah, it's actually something that is a bit of a problem these days. They were fortunately open again here in Vienna recently, and we did go to some, but they've been closed again. So, this one, it also caught my eye because the same reason. It's a bit of an emotional one that we can't do this. We can't stand in front of a painting and have a look at it in real life at the moment. And then the addition of the children just points out to the fact that kids these days are kind of missing out on these kind of things. Hopefully this isn't going to last too long, because I think that would be detrimental in the long run. But I really that's why I like this image a lot, because I think it hits both of those subjects.
I have to say that this also got my attention, and also it felt very close to me because of the fact that I start to feel the repercussions of being in isolation, not meeting people, and not have a great social life. But hopefully we will go back to normal very soon, hopefully.
And coming in at number 2, we have this lovely composition from 3D Target. I wish she had her name here so we could give her proper credit, but we'll get her tagged. This is such a realistic looking image, and the lighting is really amazing, as well as the camera angle. I don't know what it is. There's something catching my eye when I saw it go by in the feed. So I couldn't resist. I really like how the light is playing inside of the building as well.
Yeah, I have to say that we had quite a bit of back and forth deciding whether to give the first place to this image or to the next work that we're going to show in just a few seconds. I love the color composition, I love the composition, the camera composition. I love the color palette. I think the sky is beautiful. The vignette is so artistic and so almost delicate, I want to say, but it works very well together. And you know, it's not one of those images where people force realism, you know, by putting a lot of like small details and elements. I think this is just right. And coming in at place number 1 this month, we have Edoardo Mangani. Am I saying it right? I mean, it's Italian, I should get it right. With this very artistic interpretation of the Farnsworth house from Mies van der Rohe. This is one of the buildings that I like the most. When I teach at the university, I use this building as a blueprint for 3D modeling and for rendering. The material is metal, glass. I think it's amazing. And I love also the quick animation that Edoardo has made. The reason why I've chosen this, it's because simplicity really is the ultimate sophistication, and I think that in this case the combination between the pink, black on white background works really, really well.
Yeah, I mean, it was Mies van der Rohe himself who said less is more. So
exactly.
I think that this is a good descriptive model and image of that philosophy. And I love the simplicity of it. I always like these kind of these renderings of models, right? Like that look like models instead of looking like a realistic image. Plus, it's got a little maglev technology happening. It's floating in the air.
Yeah.
I would actually like to have this, you know, like sitting on the desk. But good job, Eduardo.
And Eduardo this month
tagging us, and congrats.
Eduardo this month is going to get his D2 t-shirt.
That's correct. So get in touch with us, and we'll get that out to you as soon as possible.
So let us know what you think of our list. If you think that you can do better, then follow and tag us on Instagram at D2 Conferences to be considered for next month.
Thanks a lot for watching. Like this video and subscribe, and see you all again in 30 days from now. Good luck and have a great one.
Bye.
It sound right, boy.